Dear Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakah Kodash. Big up all of the Acham and the Atraf, the virgin and the sister them, who help push 100% through to the four corners, and double honor to all the hell of them who come before me and push it too. So we are going to chat about sicknesses and parasites. All right, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small matter. We cannot be ignorant. And the scripture say, he is happy who taketh good care of his health. Right? 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. One of his main devices is sorcery. And when you go into the translation of sorcery, sorcery translates from the Greek word pharmakeia, which means medicine, right? Drugs. You understand? Because the scripture say in Revelation 18 and 23, and I'm going to get the picture because it look nice. For by thy sorceries, pharmakeia, for by thy pharmaceuticals, all nations were deceived. Right? So we're not focusing upon the mark of the beast today. We're just focusing upon healthcare. Right? Because people get sick. So we know about lipid nanoparticles when we go into the mark of the beast, nanoscale and microscale. So I say, all right, regular parasites are like tapeworms and bullworms and thing. And you can see those without a microscope, right? So then I say, I know viruses and bacteria is a lie. Germ theory is a lie. I say, it's no way. You either an animal or you're a plant or like a rock or something. Right? There is no other type of life. So how could you have a virus, a bacteria? A bacteria virus must be a parasite that is smaller than regular parasites. And then it make me, the Lord put it for me, search up nanoparasites. So I look up nanoparasites, right? Nanoparasites are microscopic parasites that are less than 100 nanometers in size. They can be found in a variety of environments, including soil, water, and the human body. So when you're outside playing in the dirt, or in a river, fish and swim, you could have contract a nanoparasite. And if your immune system is not strong enough to defeat it in time, it could put up a stronger battle, and you would have fall ill, or you would have seen the symptoms of your body fighting it. Right? So let's go into more about these nanoparasites, right? There are many different types of nanoparasites, meaning parasites on a smaller parasites on a scale smaller than a micrometer. You see it? These are nanometers. Viruses, bacteria, protozoa, elements, and fungal spores. So mushrooms are not a plant. They are an animal, and we are not to eat it, right? The brother Dawad from Revile Not the Gods, he talked to me about 2 years about it. And I start to understand. So mushrooms are not lawful to be eaten. People that say they are lawful to be eaten, they are not evil in telling you that. They are not bucking up against the commandments. They just don't understand that mushrooms are not a plant. Right? That's why they will say that it's lawful. They don't understand. And through Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, they might understand. So let's get back to it. Right? I asked the AI, I said, all right, where are these nanoparasites found? Right? I want a better answer. Nanoparasites, which include nano-sized parasitic bacteria like Saccharobacteria and Archaea, are found across diverse environments, including groundwater, soil, the human body, and various ecosystems like marine and fresh water. Protozoan parasites like Giardia and Enteria and Toxoplasma gondii, although not all nanosize, can associate with microplastics in water, acting as a potential pathway for dispersal. So they mostly dwell in the water source. And everyone, it said the scripture say, he deceive us with his pharmakeia, his medical system, his drugs, his chemicals. When you pay a water bill, where it come from? It come from their water treatment facilities. Remember, say they put polio in the water, and then they make the people sick. So the people say, I have to go take the polio vaccine. And the polio vaccine was giving the man them the polio. And then they stop, put the polio in the vaccine. It to make you believe in their science. If they can make nuclear bombs, atomic bombs the size of St. Lucia, you think they can't figure out things like that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Right? So let's see some more. What else? I ask, what does HIV look like under a microscope? Right? Transmission, HIV appears as a spherical or ovoid particles approximately 100 to 120 nanometers in diameter. So HIV is a parasite, right? HIV is not some magical sickness. It's a parasite. You understand? It's a parasite. And this go into the mark of these things because we know from the vaccine patterns, they go into chimeric cells, binding two things together. Because human immunodeficiency disorder come from the apes, simian immunodeficiency order, and with chimeric adenoviruses, they bind it and they put it into us. Just like Tuskegee, when they give the man them the syphilis. Where syphilis come from in the black community? From them and the medical thing. That's the white horse rider with his Botox on. You understand? Revelation 6 and 1. And a white horse rider. And he had a crown and a bow. Right? And he come for take people crown with his pint. His sharp pint with a poisonous substance on it. That's what a bow mean in a Greek. And he come to take a crown. In a Latin, it's corona. So they tell you you have corona because God give everyone a crown. If say crown in Latin is corona. And then with his bow, he come to take your crown. The crown that was given to the white horse rider is your spiritual crown. You see it? So HIV is a parasite, man. And if people understand these things, these sicknesses were parasites, man, them could figure out which herbs target these parasites and cure themselves. But the system don't want you to know them thing there. Because for the love of money, right? For the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is not evil, the love. If you put money over someone's life, because he's not your son, your daughter, your friend, your brother, oh, I don't know him, I put my money first. You was a dickhead. You understand? So when you look, I say, all right, are they lying to me? Could I find HIV under a microscope and see it moving and living? Yeah, a microscope under a microscope. Right? So you see it moving. And you have need to yeah, just it's HIV and power and power. Oh, people get HIV, right? Human if immunodeficiency virus was not originally found in nature but evolved from a simian immunodeficiency virus in African primate. How it evolved? With them scientific intervention, the pharmaceutical, their sorcery. With the chimeric cells, the chimeric genetic manipulation, they bind human DNA to ape DNA for transmit using zoonosis, animal sickness onto people. Is it? And they tell you these are viruses that cannot be cured. No, it's a parasite, bro. It's a parasite, and parasites can be purged. Once you know how the parasite work and you understand it's a parasite, you can go to someone with HIV, ask them for some blood, right? And secure a lab environment and see what kind of herbs attack that type of parasite. That's what Dr. Sebi did attack about, bro. Right? That's what Dr. Sebi was doing. He was telling the man them, yo, fast, stop, eat the sugar, only eat the herbs for a period of time, right? So that your body can only supplement itself with the herbs that kill the parasite, so that your muscles and your cellular tissue can regenerate using the herbs that kill the parasites. But they don't want you to know these things. A man them don't want to know these things. People are destroyed for a lack of knowledge and they reject knowledge. The Lord give us knowledge of the elements, things small upon a nanoscale. He give us knowledge of nanoscale things. Wisdom of Solomon 17, and he also give us the knowledge of the virtue of roots, herbs, to target these nanoparticles. So I ask, if you eat an animal that have it, can you get it? And they said no, because the virus dead. So no, you cannot get HIV from eating HIV infected meat, because when you cook it, it dead. But if you eat raw meat or medium rare, right? If you eat medium rare meat, medium rare mRNA meat, it can be transmitted to you. You understand? Deep in the cracks of the meat, you take a deep bite and the meat, the blood in deep in there. The hair never lick it yet. The HIV parasite up in that meat and you eat it. And we know so the mRNA have that tonight, right? So I look up the rhinovirus because this is what cause the common cold. And there's videos too. I think I pull up a video of one. No, I never do. Right? I just rhinovirus me this is you corona right? The rhinovirus 20 that's the I know because I is right? Uh, yeah, let's look where it's found in our nature. Rhinovirus is not found in specific natural locations, but rather circulates among humans, primarily in indoor environments from person to person through respiratory droplets and airborne aerosols. And this is real science. You understand? When they was talking about virus and virus, it was bullshit. What they are saying right here is that in your breath, these parasites that cause the common cold, these parasites, they if you take a boiling water, right? And you get a shoot of boiling water that where the steam is at a concentration of a liter per cubic inch, right? And you throw a ant as the steam is rising, the ant can be lifted by it because the lift generated by the steam rising upward overcomes the weight of the ant and the density of the ant lifting and giving him lift, right? So what they are saying right here is that these parasites are light enough to get lifted and carried in the water droplets that get carried out to your mouth. It's parasites, right? Just like when you drop a grasshopper in our water and it have parasites, the parasite crawl out of it. These rhino parasites that cause the common cold, the corona, right, virus, the coronavirus, the head cold, they live in your breath. You understand? Your windpipes and esophagus and all them thing there. All right. So and you get sick when they overcome and they make a mass group of each other and your body have to fight it and you see the symptoms. That's how this sickness works. So let's talk about the second HIV patient that is cured naturally. Because most HIV people that are cured get cured from a bone transplant, a bone marrow transplant from someone that has the autoimmune disease, meaning they cannot catch HIV because their immune system is so strong against it. Right? But there are certain people, right? This lady, in this current case, scientists identified a 30-year-old woman from Esperanza, Argentina, who tested positive for HIV in 2013 and received antiretroviral drugs for 6 months. And she has been undetectable, right? They analyzed this lady, right? The Esperanza patient has indeed achieved a sterilizing cure, defining the mechanism. Holy crap. Now I read this before I even post this up. What they must say is that she beat it. You understand? Because most people, this is going into right here. It's going into all they beat it using the bone marrow transplant and thing. But this lady, she never get it. You understand? I wonder if I have here's a better one. Right? Yeah, the Argentina woman. She cure it naturally. Where it say it naturally, it should be the first thing that come up that she cure it naturally, bro. You understand? But things get refreshed. Things get refreshed. Now I do all this reading. Despite being diagnosed with HIV in 2013, she never showed signs of the illness. And traditional tests failed to turn up evidence that the virus is alive and replicating in our body. Only the presence of antibodies suggested she had ever been infected. And it's okay to have antibodies in your body because that just means that your body's prepared for fight. It's when you don't have antibodies that you should be worried. You understand? No, when it comes to the vaccine, the mark of the beast vaccine, you never gonna get rid of them antibodies because they are not natural antibodies. Those are synthetic. You understand? Bio nanotech things. But these, it's okay. You understand? And when you read more, it shows that she beat the virus, but she never used any bone marrow transplant. Our body naturally beat the parasites. And she's from Argentina, so you could expect that she has a different diet than most of the Western world, being from South America and from a country like Argentina. You understand? So let's see where this is. Eating sick, we already talk about the sick animal things, and you can get sick from eating sick animals. But once you cook the food 100% true, the sickness dead. But the law tell us that we should not eat any animals that's sick anyway. That show you say man them that chat about the law commandment. You don't know anything because you eat food from Esau. Your food is defiled. The scripture in Ezekiel 3 and 14 tell us that we eat our defiled bread. And when them want to chat about law. If you never kill the animal, all you know say the animal are not sick. You trust Esau and Moab and them man there for say, this animal sick. Let me waste my money and kill it and not sell it to the people. Them are sell it to man them, bro. You understand? So man them are breaking the law. When you eating food where you not sick, get kill itself. Is it? So at least Ecclesiastes 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. I know this seems like it's all over the place, but remember, it's parasites, man. Parasites. So if you don't want to get sick, if you want to beat sickness, go get some herbs that deal with parasites. Go research parasites. Research parasites. You understand? Research these things. Salt kill a lot of them parasites and cells. Yet you cannot just inject salt in your body because it will kill every cell. You understand? So research what kind of things target these things. Shalom, peace, and